All right, Sean Zattel here with World Championship level trainer Marc Farrait, getting this man Erickson Lubin ready. Just got a first round knockout with your other star fighter, Edgar Berlanga.
Yeah.
And man, I just want to start there before we talk about Erickson May 10th against Adriel Holmes. A lot of people want to see Edgar in that Caleb Plant fight, man. What do you think of that fight as the lead coach?
It's definitely going to happen. Edgar wants to fight. The fans want to fight. Two great fighters. I think it'll be more of a win for the fans, right? It'll help both of them in terms of, one elite fighter meeting another elite fighter. It'll definitely happen. When? I don't know, but I know it's going to happen pretty soon. Edgar has his own list, you know what I mean? And Caleb is on that list, and I'm pretty sure Edgar's on Caleb's list. And that's definitely going to happen. I would love to see that. That's definitely going to happen. I'm all for it, and Edgar's all for it.
What do you think of the fight, the style matchup? Did you look at the Trevor McCumbee fight and feel like, hey, if that was my kid in there, we'd have got him out of there?
Nah, I don't really think like that because Trevor McCumbee's Trevor McCumbee, and who knows if Caleb came in, with that high level IQ that he has, and he probably thought it was going to be, a walk in the park, but knowing Caleb's always prepared for fights. Maybe he left his guard down a little bit for that fight, but Caleb picked it up and did what he did, and he could have done that earlier, But no, I don't compare McCumbee to Edgar. Edgar's way different. Edgar's a lot more powerful. Caleb will fight Edgar a little bit different than as opposed to the way he approached the situation with McCumbee. But no, Edgar's at a totally higher level, so it won't play out like that. It'll be something. It's going to be a devastating fight. It'll be more like Caleb will have to be on his P's and Q's, and so will Edgar. So it's two elite fighters going at it, and it'll be a different fight with Edgar.
Yeah, because Caleb made a crazy adjustment in that fight, like suffocating him and making the fight on the inside.
Correct.
So you feel like he can't make that same adjustment with Berlanga?
No, you won't.
Right.
Edgar's too strong. Caleb knows it. Like we know Caleb is elite. Caleb's IQ, his technique, his skill set, his heart. He checks all the boxes. And me as a trainer, I have to see that. I'm not going in with my eyes shut and thinking this, but Caleb's gonna have to make a lot of adjustments with Edgar. He made a statement before about Canelo's gonna walk through Edgar, and Edgar doesn't have that. So Edgar has all that now. He has the experience. He went 12 rounds with one of the greatest fighters ever. Didn't run. And the same thing with Caleb. Caleb didn't run from Canelo. Caleb had a great fight. Caleb was a warrior. So no, it'll be way different. Caleb won't be able to work inside with Edgar. And he knows that.
When those verbal assaults start back and forth, are you just gonna be like one of us and sit back and enjoy it a little bit?
You know what happens in those verbal assaults? I'm not an outspoken guy. Like, I don't like to talk. At the end of the day, my words mean nothing. And at the end of the day, their words mean nothing. It's simple, right? They can talk all they want, but they got to get in the ring. And I think real men are judged by actions, not by words. If they want to build a fight is one thing, right? How bad it was between Caleb and Canelo. Well, you see at the end of the fight, they're hugging each other.
Right. Same thing with David and Caleb.
David and Caleb, they're hugging each other,
right.
The same thing with David and Benavidez and Morrell, they're hugging each other.
Right.
So to me, that's just bullshit. They can talk all they want, right? But in the ring, so no, I won't be entertaining that, because at the end of the day, it's the ring that speaks, So, that's how I feel about that.
Yeah, he does no nonsense, classy guy.
Yeah, I don't, I'm from the old school,
What part of New York did you come up in, Mark?
I came up in the Bronx, born and raised in the Bronx.
South Bronx? Or?
South Bronx.
I've heard a few things. But that's the only place tougher than Brooklyn, man.
Yeah, but Brooklyn would say that they're tougher, but all tough things are built in the Bronx. But I don't get into those words exchanges. I don't get into verbal gymnastics and who has the better quote. And at the end of the day, it's what you do in the ring.
Yeah.
So I'm more than sure Edgar's gonna come looking to knock Caleb out, and Caleb's gonna look to do the same thing. So it's gonna be a great fight, and it's gonna happen. It's definitely gonna happen.
How much, I imagine like you worked hard with amateurs and, the dog work it takes in this sport. How fulfilling is it for you now to be training guys I know you had Erickson in title fights years ago, but still, just to kind of consistently be operating at this level.
I think that I like to say this, and it's the truth. There are a bunch of trainers now that get good fighters. Like they inherit fighters. They inherit fighters.
Right.
I don't inherit no fighters. Maybe the only one I inherit is probably Erickson, right? But everybody else, I cultivated. Najee Lopez coming up through the ranks, very good prospect, very, very good. Darrell Valsaint, another superb prospect. You know, Edgar Berlanga, I had him since he was 17. Dominic Valle. So to answer your question, it is super difficult. But when you reach that pinnacle, you kind of admire the process and appreciate the process. Because let's think about it, right? Everything in life is meaningless. If you really think about it, whether it's a house, a car, your jewelry, your watch, it's all meaningless. It's what did you do to get that? It's the process that's not meaningless. So to answer your question, I look at the process and I enjoy it. And the process is the toughest, right? If you want to be great, you got to go through pain.
Yeah.
If you want to be a lazy guy and enjoy things, then you got to be comfortable, and you'll never get nothing.
Right.
So I like the pain. You know, pain brings greatness, right, and sacrifice and everything else. So cultivating fighters is very difficult, and that makes me a teacher, not a trainer.
Right.
You know, so when you teach young guys, you got to go through the headaches of whether they're on time, they're disciplined, they're structured. You have to create that for them, and you got to stay on top of them, and hopefully one of them make it. You know, Edgar made it. I got 3 guys that I think they're gonna make it, and I shouldn't say 3, maybe 4. And
well, I heard the Valsaint kid. Like, there's other boxing journalists in the field who think they tell me crazy things about
he
Darrell
is
Valsaint.
superb. That's Valsaint right there. That guy's amazing.
Yeah.
That guy is super amazing. Along with Najee, Dominic.
Najee's right next to him, right?
Najee Lopez right next to him.
Right.
These are 2 superb prospects. But who knows what happens tomorrow? You know, and I tell them, man, tomorrow's not here. Doesn't belong to us. Yesterday's gone. What you do today is you got to be great today. Don't worry about tomorrow. When tomorrow comes, you got to be great again. So it's difficult to cultivate young fighters.
Did Canelo ever come up to you after the fight or anything and like tell you did your thing, coach?
Yeah,
You know?
he did. But I don't talk about it.
You don't live for that.
I don't have social
But I'm
media.
curious about it.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
but
Yeah.
you know, I don't have social media. You won't find me on Instagram. I don't have it. You know, those things I appreciate. You know, when they walk up to me and when we got back to the hotel, we seen each other a couple of times. We did a phenomenal
also
job.
too?
Yeah. They, you know, but what does that mean? You know, it just means good job, whatever. Better luck next time. To me, it's I take pride and I enjoy it when I see my fighters raise their hand. So for someone else, it's just, okay, I appreciate it, thank you, I appreciate that. But my pride and joy comes through my fighters. I live and die with my fighters, you know? So is it a good thing for someone that great to say that? Yeah, it is, you know? But other than that, it's just
nice little moment.
it's meaningless, man.
Yeah,
it's meaningless because it's on to the next, right? Like Canelo's
yeah.
on to the next. He's fighting in May, then he's fighting Crawford. So we become part of the past, you know. I want my guys to be present all the time, and by doing that is hard work and winning. That's the only way, man. So.
What do you think